Good morning, everyone. I am competing with some songbirds this morning. It's a beautiful day. It's still very chilly. We're having a very cool spring, but I wanted to update you on my Sempervivum, my outdoor succulents. So I have quite a few varieties, and unfortunately I don't have the name tags to go with them, but they're a wonderful hardy succulent. I believe I'm in a zone 6B, and these overwinter just fine, and actually they look very nice as rock gardens, and they're just a nice year-round plant. When everything else dies back, Sempervivum, are still beautiful. But I think the most beautiful time of year for them is the spring, and that is because they're very brightly colored. They have lots of new babies, and it's just this is the prettiest time of year without a doubt. So let me try to zoom in a little bit on these. I have this one has a cobweb effect on it, and it's having lots of new babies. Now with the Sempervivum, the main plant sends out plantlets all around it, and those plantlets take root, and they eventually become the main plant, and I believe the mother plant dies. But isn't that beautiful with the cobwebs on it? It looks like a spider's come along, but that's really part of the plant. And then I have a couple of varieties that make bigger rosettes, and all of the Sempervivums have that beautiful rosette look. And over here I have some all green ones. They're beautiful. They're a little bit plumper. This one has a little thinner leaf, but that has a variety of 3 in there, and I love the way it looks with the black rocks. It looks like a rock garden in my pot. And then let me show you over here. This is, and I believe I did a video on this one before. This is my planter, which is as old as I am. I can remember making mud pies in this in my parents' Washington, D.C. townhouse, probably about 45 years ago, 50 years ago. I'm 53, so if I was 3 or 4, I would have been making mud pies in that. But it's nice to have vintage pieces from your childhood. There were 2, but the other one broke along the way. But this has beautiful, beautiful Sempervivums. And they are a maroon red, and they're having all kinds of babies. I'm going to try to zoom in without being too wiggly, but look at that. This one has all kinds of plantlets coming out, all kinds of babies. And they grow out from the center, like I said, but it is so beautiful, and I always photograph these. I'm constantly photographing these because they're so beautiful. But this is like a carpet of Sempervivum in this planter. They are just loving this. And I did give them a little bit of fertilizer. I pretty much ignore these. They're so easy. But these did have some fertilizer maybe about a month ago when they were waking up. But beautiful all year long, guys. I recommend this highly. And when they get colder, they do turn color. So in the spring, they're very vivid as they're waking up out of the winter. They're brightly colored, and then the new babies are more green. But it's beautiful. I could just talk about Sempervivum all day. And sometimes they're called hen and chicks. And I do have some more in my backyard. So I'm going to take you back there, show you what I have back there. I may have another variety or 2. And all of mine happen to be in planters, but you can also plant them in the ground. And here is another pot that I have of my hen and chicks. And again, I have this really big one back here. Beautiful red color, but it has taken off in this pot. And I have the same variety that I have in my rectangular pot right there. And then lots more of these really nice plump ones. They're kind of a lime green. Just beautiful. And then I think this one is a completely different variety over here. This is a very, very young, dark color here. Beautiful, more of a mounding variety. And I have that planted in with a few things which will be transplanted, but it's loving that pot as well. So guys, that's my update of my outdoor succulents. And I just think they're beautiful. There weren't that many in this pot, but they've completely taken over and spread. So like I said, they're so easy. I hope you have some of these to enjoy, and I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for subscribing and watching, and I'll see you next time.